So I booked us massages. We had them set up a massage in each bedroom.
They were trying to set up like right here where we're sitting. Now mind you, everything is glass.
Everything is glass. They came in with such like force and like sense of urgency, like setting up. And then she was like, okay, I'm ready. Get on the bed. I'm looking for that top sheet.
The big sheet. The big cover.
There was no big sheet.
You're butterball naked just on the table. And she was in no rush to put the cover on me. And so I'm just laying, your face down first. So I'm just laying there, butterball naked.
And they never put my towel down. I swear, at one point I was like, oh, does this come with a happy ending?
Warning, the following content may induce serious FOMO and an uncontrollable urge to travel.
Good morning from Guatape.
Who knows where that is?
I know, I had a friend and I was like, yo, pull up. And he was like, where? And I was like, Guatape. And he put a question mark like, what?
Wait,
what are you talking about?
On our trip.
I'm not gonna say it here.
Oh my God, I didn't know this was gonna become a party at 3. Okay.
No, but we've been struggling this morning. We're trying to get this recording out and Mother Nature is just
not cooperating.
We had the perfect location picked out with this beautiful lake behind us, but we're gonna have to make it work from the glass house here that we stayed in. So this leg of the trip was amazing. I kind of forgot that this is what Sahar booked. So when I pulled up, I'm like, what? All right, so this is literally what we stayed in. It's completely see-through.
It's all glass.
And
it barely has a roof. It has a roof.
It has a roof.
But it
has a roof, but
there's no noise reduction at all on this roof. And I don't know if you can hear it right now, but it just started drizzling outside.
Yeah.
How did you sleep last night? Let's go there.
First of all, it rains off and on all night long. I enjoyed every minute of it. Okay, so the one thing I didn't enjoy is that it is absolutely freezing. It's freezing. And there's no heat. There's no heat in here.
There's no heat.
And they wouldn't come light our fire.
That's a whole... We're going to get into that one a little bit later.
They refused.
Because that's a whole story, but...
Yeah, so the only thing I didn't enjoy that it's pretty cold in here, and I don't see anything that resembles a thermostat, so I don't know how you're supposed to, like, stay warm. And I didn't pack, like, hoodies and socks and all that kind of stuff. But the rain, the sound of the rain hitting this, like, tin roof or whatever it is up here is so relaxing. It's beautiful.
Yeah, the only thing that threw me off last night was... It sounded like there was a pack of wolves, right outside our door, eating something, like a stray dog or something. It sounded so scary.
The noises outside are insane. There's a whole gang of roosters, like right over there on the hill, and
they're always fighting.
They're at 4 a.m. on the dot. They are cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. And so I was like, what was that noise all night? I'm like, it's a rooster. She's like, I thought it was chickens. I'm like, chickens don't make that kind of noise though.
Is that what I said? Was it?
I thought you said it was chickens or birds or something, but it's definitely roosters because they make that cock-a-doodle-doo type sound.
I am clearly a city girl, not familiar with these odd sounds that come about when you're staying out here in the middle of nowhere. I swear I heard a man screaming for help last night.
No, that might have been something else.
Yeah, I was so scared, and then you hear all these wolves, and I'm like, oh my God, is he getting attacked? And then when I listened like really carefully, it sounded just like it was really another animal just making really odd noises.
No, it's wild. I think that if you're not somebody that's used to sleeping through a lot of noise, this might not work for you. Where I live is pretty noisy, so I'm used to sleeping through like car accidents and ambulances and all kinds of stuff, right? So like, it wasn't that bad, but there's definitely noise going off.
There's noise.
This is how they get to us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun time. Does this count as glamping? So we're in a glass house in the middle of the jungle, literally. Mm-hmm. And it's only the bare essentials in this glass house.
Bare for short. Is that a work email going on?
Yes.
No, there's not much in here. There are 2 chairs and a table. There's a hot tub, and there's like some Pringles. And there's a fire pit.
Oh man, so
Minimalistic.
So let's take it back. We drove here. We hired a driver.
Yes.
From Medellin.
Yes.
To bring us to Guatape.
And I was car sick the whole way. And I'm not even like a car sicky person, but I was sick.
I thought she was asleep. Her eyes were closed. Her head
I had
was
to just
tilted
close my
down.
eyes so I wouldn't like, you know.
It's an hour and a half ride. It's not too bad of a ride.
I mean, the ride itself wasn't that bad. I don't know why I just felt car sick lately. But, so I'm car sick in this tiny little car riding here, right? And then the second we pull up, we hit like 750 steps.
Oh yeah, so we made a stop before we got to the hotel.
I was
There's
like,
this,
just kill me now. Just kill me now. Just kill me now.
so there's this big rock, right? And the people of Guatapé feel like, what, the devil put it there?
Not the devil.
Oh, who?
Not the devil.
The aliens.
So the rock is prehistoric, right? So at a certain point, the locals thought that aliens had dropped this rock off.
Yeah.
It's literally this huge rock just in the middle of, I don't know, like a valley, I guess. And someone, built steps into the side of it.
750 of them.
We have to get the exact number. It's insane. It's a lot of steps.
It's more than 750?
It's a lot. It was something. I don't know the
There's
exact
a lot of
number.
steps.
We'll find it though. But so you climb up to the top, and when you get to the top, there's this beautiful view. Now, in my personal opinion, was all them steps worth that view? No. Take a helicopter if you want to see the view.
You and these helicopters.
Take the helicopter. Okay, and Miss Incredible Hulk over here is just powering up the steps like, come on. I'm like,
I got to the top.
like, no.
At one point,
No.
I just left her. I left her. It is what it is. I was
I did
like,
stop to take-
you'll meet me at the top.
I stopped to take pictures along the way,
So did I.
but no, I took my time. It was
She definitely took her time.
insane.
I'm up there all the way at the top, just patiently waiting for her. There's these old men up there.
Good for
There's
them.
a big guy up there who I don't know how he even got past certain parts because it gets really narrow at certain parts of it.
It does.
And my friend Kelly is just, I look over the rail and I see her like 100 steps down. I was like, Kelly, come on, you can do it.
Taking my steps on. So there's a top. There's a top of the rock where they have like a bunch of shops and like some, refreshments because you're gonna need it by the time you get up there. But then there's another top that maybe like 15 or 20 more steps. I absolutely refused to go to the final top. Like, I'm
like
good.
50 more. It was like 50 more steps. That's all it was.
It didn't even seem like that many, but I was done. I said, you can come do these selfies right here.
Who gets 90% of the way through, really 95% of the way through, and stops? That just doesn't make sense. Why would someone do that? Like,
That's what I have you for. To take it to the top. To take it to the top.
all right.
But
that was
anyway,
fun.
It was fun. And
Oh,
I
we
guess
didn't
just
have
some-
any pesos, so we had to.
Yeah, so some tips. They only take pesos. There's like a small entry fee to go up. I think it was in total like $15 for both of us. Well, 15 US is what it equaled. But, they have an ATM machine at the bottom. But, I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times my bank card doesn't work in
Foreign ATM
ATM machines typically. So our driver helped us out and gave us some pesos.
Like, sir, he pulled out his wallet.
Like, we didn't drive all the way up to this rock to not see the rock. So
He pulled out his wallet. He only had 20 pesos. He's like, all right, like now I gotta go to the ATM.
Right. So just keep that in mind if you plan to go, to the top. You will need pesos. And there's a bunch of restaurants and little gift shops at the bottom that probably only take pesos as well.
Yeah. But the cab drivers here, we recommend Ubers, but once you're far out, like somewhere like this, you're gonna need cash because Uber's not a thing. And
yeah, so we've been struggling with that. We've been tipping everybody in US dollars, but I was just talking about how arrogant Americans are sometimes. We're just like, just assume that somebody just wants your US dollars.
I would take someone's foreign currency, especially if you're putting a premium on it, because that's what we've been doing.
But
so
nobody in America deals with that. Could you imagine somebody trying to hand you
some yen,
some francs? Like,
I would take it. Money is money. As long as that converts into the bank, we're good. Money is money. I'll take it.
Yeah. So when you're traveling through the smaller towns in Colombia, you want to grab some pesos. Unlike your girls here.
Yeah. Pro tip for sure. So then we got to the hotel.
So my legs are already shaking from all of those steps. We get here, there are no steps. It's just hills and mountains and rolling. I don't even know what you call this, but behind us is like a ramp where they built just like some concrete on it. So they took our bags, thankfully, but we're coming down the hill. My legs are already tore up. And then we pull up to this. And it's freezing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay,
she wasn't.
We have reached the rough side of the mountain on this trip.
Look, I had to give us a little bit of a high and low. And I gave you the option. I sent her 2 hotels when I was picking all the hotels. I was like, do you want this one? It's nice, it's posh, it's all these things that we normally love. And then there's this one that's a little bit different. It's a glass house in the middle of the jungle. Like, what should we do?
But this has been great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. It's really funny. So we've been trying to figure out this whole time, are we cut out for glamping?
Is this technically, what is the definition of glamping?
Because I was thinking glamping might not even be as nice as this. I feel like sometimes glamping is like a tent. You know, like some of the tented ones we've looked at that might not necessarily have walls, where this one doesn't have a lot of walls, but we can completely close it. You know what I mean?
Look, let me tell you something. I have, if I were to name my top 3, the bus can get in here, you know.
What do you mean they can't open doors?
Yes, they can.
No,
They'll just nudge their nose and open the door.
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
Well, they didn't.
Let's Google it.
Thankfully, they didn't.
But if I had to name my top 3 like life or death experiences, and the fact is that I have more than 3, which is pretty scary. Colombia falls in, it is 2 of those top 3.
Colombia's like 1.5 for me, so we almost died together in Cartagena.
Yeah.
And then I felt like I died on the steps.
Really?
Yeah, I felt like I died on the steps.
I feel like I died on that ride over to the activity we did yesterday, but we'll save that one. We went kayaking before we did that.
Oh, the kayaking. So I didn't pack a bathing suit, guys, because
it took me to Zara to help find one. Zara didn't have any.
I said, I was like, oh, I'll just buy a bathing suit when I get there. Usually places that are warmer typically have a bathing suit shop. So we go to Zara and they have fall clothes everywhere.
Yeah.
It is the whole fall line. There is no bathing suit anywhere in sight. So we kayaked this morning and I just kayaked in my panties.
Yeah. So who else is kayaked in
was
the
nobody
jungles
else.
of Colombia in
There was nobody
their
out there.
panties? Except for the guy.
Wait.
And everyone in the glass houses that can see everything.
He wasn't looking. He wasn't looking.
He had the time of his life.
Oh my God. But now I'm like, well, what is the difference? Really, these underwear look just like a bathing suit. Like, who is going to know the difference? So
Until they get
anyway,
wet.
we got out there and quickly realized that we don't know what we're doing.
I thought it was fun. I was more concerned about that storm cloud that was coming in.
Yeah, the storms here have been so
They're
intense.
so vicious. So, but they don't go all day. They usually go like
10 minutes, but it'll be like off and on, off and on, off and on.
Yeah.
When we set up the cameras to record, the sun came out and I was really excited. I'm like, oh, come on, so hard, we gotta hurry up, let's go. The second we hit record, it starts raining again.
Yeah. So it is what it is out here, but it's beautiful. It's why it's so lush and green.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the kayaking thing, but the clouds were coming in. It was like,
So we kayaked back to the shore.
The guy looked at us. He was like, y'all are done? Y'all finished already? Yeah, we had enough.
So there is, I believe this is man-made. Out the lake in front of us,
Yeah.
I believe it's man-made, and they have, this resort offers free activities that you can do down on the water. I would have loved to jet ski, but I just felt like we were just going to be wet, and it's not really that hot.
Yeah.
But it looked really fun. Some people went by while we were down there. Like,
They were jet skiing, yeah.
this lake is just
It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the pictures. So
I'm gonna miss waking up to this.
Yeah, this is nice. It's very like serene and just peaceful. And they're doing a lot of developing out here. They said there's been a big boom in Colombia in general with the pandemic. So many Americans moved out here because the US dollar goes so far here. And if you work remote, it's like ideal. So all this infusion of US dollars here, they're doing a lot of developing out here. It's kind of nuts. Every time you turn a corner, they're building something else. So
we saw that on our little danger ride up the street.
So yesterday we decided to take a visit to the other hotel I was going to book because they had day passes. And that was another reason why I picked this hotel. It's like, okay, let's do something different, a little bit more on the glamping side. It's a glass house. It's pretty cool. And we're like right on the lake in this particular situation, where the other venue, the other hotel, I should say, was kind of higher up. It's like higher up in the hills. So your view is like spectacular. And it's a really nice hotel. So you could do a day pass. They had like a common area pool, where this one, they're like, no, just go jump in the lake. Why do you need a pool? So we did the day pass there, and we were like, okay, can we get a taxi? And then this pulled up. For those who are only listening, you have to go to our YouTube channel and see the image of what pulled up to pick us up, because it's an ATV.
But as we start riding, I'm looking at the thing. I'm looking at her steering situation is like the handlebars of an ATV. And I'm like, this is literally an ATV that somebody just built a bench around and built some doors on. Like, that's crazy.
The first one didn't even have doors.
The first one didn't have doors. The second one that picked us up was like a full Mardi Gras situation, which was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, when we checked in, I asked her because we were going somewhere or were considering going out to dinner, and I'm like, how do you get out of here? Like, who comes to get you? Like, it's not like you can just call an Uber out here where we are. So
it's like a dirt road to get to. It's like a good mile of dirt and rocks. Like, it's not even a real road getting to this hotel.
Yeah, there's not like there's like barbed wire lining the sides of the road that like takes you here. It's kind of So we obviously went down that road, and not knowing where we were going, then we went down another road that was more like a road, and then we got on what seemed to be the highway with this ATV, and she was like waiting on the side, how you like merge into traffic. She's like waiting on the side, and she's looking, and I'm like, me with the heart in the back, like, oh
my god,
SHIT, like, are we about to merge into this traffic?
Yes, we are.
Girl, she was whipping that thing. She whipped that thing right out into the traffic. And we were flying down the road.
It felt like 100 miles per hour. It probably wasn't, but that's what it felt like.
And cars are like passing other cars on the other side.
So it's it's one lane in each direction, and it's one of those highways where people like pass cars all the time. So there's times where you have two cars side by side. So essentially, one is going down the wrong side of the road. Let me tell you, I looked up at one moment, and all I saw was two big trucks coming straight on at us, and I'm like, where are we? What?
And she was unfazed.
She
was unfazed, just driving. On the phone, she's texting, driving,
doing all kinds of stuff.
Everything.
Yeah. We're here fearful for our lives. We see the military walking down the road, like a whole
guns, Like,
I'm like, oh man, see, this is where their cartel is.
Well, the gentleman told us there is no more cartel here.
I don't believe that. He was probably telling us so we don't get scared. This is probably where they have all the stuff growing.
No.
Yes. All this farmland out here.
Yes. Yeah, we're like surrounded by nothing but farms, which is why the chickens keep waking us up.
Yeah. The chickens.
Hopefully you can't hear them. We shut the door so that we can try to drown them out, because they have a lot to say.
It still has to exist. Like, this is like such a great, I think, from a climate perspective, where they can thrive as far as producing.
Well, they're thriving, honey, right over there on that hill. But anyway, we went to the other resort. What was the name of it? I keep saying resort, but it's
Bosko. Bosko. It's Bosko. Bosko. Bosko?
I don't know, but they got a really beautiful view over there of the rock.
Oh man, it is. Well, it's
you can almost see it. You can see it from here too.
Yeah,
up at the like reception area. But this rock is huge.
Bosko is a beautiful hotel. As far as like, it was actually rated one of the top hotels here. It's really pretty. So as far as what Caviar Wings would normally do, that is the hotel I would recommend. Yes. That's normally the type of place we would stay. It's super cute. They have all these little picturesque moments. There's this thing at the pool. Their pool is kind of like up high, like almost like a roof deck type pool. And there's like this netting you can sit on and take a picture, which is really cool. They had these big swings where the rock is in the background. So that's a really cool picture. It's just really pretty.
The rock that we're referring to is El Peñón de Guatape, and I think that translates to Big Rock. I think, but that is like their main attraction here. That is like the grandest thing that you will see.
That and the lake. Yeah.
So that is a must do. I think the helicopter tours are also a must do. So they have some that go just around Guatapé and will just take you to see, like fly you like around the rock. And then there are helicopter tours that will take you to Medellin as well.
Yeah.
So we definitely suggest those on your to-do list when you're here.
For sure.
Yeah.
The best part are massages last night.
Oh. Okay.
So my masseuse, so I booked us massages and they come to the room, right? And we had them set each massage up. This is a 2-bedroom. And we had them set up a massage in each bedroom. So, we had each masseuse set up in, the respective bedroom.
I asked them to set up in the bedrooms. They were trying to set up like right here where we're sitting. Now, mind you, there's everything is glass. Everything is glass.
Everything is glass.
And it's nighttime and the lights are on, so people can see straight in. They looked at me like I was crazy when I asked them to set up in the bedrooms.
So the funniest part was though, as soon as they came in with such like force and like sense of urgency, like setting up, and then she was like, okay, I'm ready, like get on the bed. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm looking for that top sheet.
The big sheet. The big cover.
There was no big sheet.
So I had a robe on before I started. And when she got my bed up, she's like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I derobe, whatever, but you're butterball naked just on the table. And she was in no rush to put the cover on me. And so I'm just laying, your face down first. So I'm just laying there, butterball naked in a completely see-through glass house, waiting for this lady to lay the freaking towel down. She was in no rush. So apparently they never put our towel down.
They never put my towel down. And when she's talking about putting a towel down, it's like this little tiny towel that goes over your booty and, your goodies when you're flipped over on the other side. So when I was face down, she never put anything on me.
Oh my God.
I swear, at one point I was like, oh, does this come with a happy ending? I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I'm so confused.
Crazy. So when I was face down, I did have, it was just a little, but it was over my butt, thankfully. But when
No, my girl had the front door wide open. She had the door to my bedroom wide open, right? And these doors to the bedroom are like huge. They're like really wide. And we had called, I had texted the front desk and said, hey, can you guys send somebody to light my fire? So could you imagine?
The man coming to, in
my head, I'm like, okay, this man is about to come. I asked him to come light my fire. The door is wide open and I'm laying here with my ass cheeks up in the air. I told Lance, I was like, sis, you gotta close the door, please. Like, I'm okay with the no cover or whatever, but
so when
you gotta close the door.
When I flipped over, I still had well, she pulled it up, so it's, it's from here to here. But when she was massaging my legs, she kept pushing the towel up and up and up. And I'm just like, lady, like, what are you trying to see?
She was trying to see all the goodies.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, so my lady, she turns on this like...
that's a fantasy for some people.
Oh my God, please. So my lady, she turns on this relaxing spa, like Latin spa music, something. I'm over here relaxing, half sleep, until I hear Travis Scott and like Lil Wayne blasting out of Sahara's room. I'm like, who gets a massage to Lil Wayne? Who gets a massage to trap music?
It was.
I'm like,
it wasn't trap music. You're exaggerating slightly. There was one song that came on, and I was like, oh, okay, I need to change your playlist. And I put on the Me and Bae playlist.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
That
that's a good one. And Lil Wayne's not on there, but there is some stuff that's
So I'm like,
slightly, you know.
relax with that.
I enjoy it.
But that was, thank you for setting that up.
You're welcome.
Thank you for setting that up.
Did you like the lavender part?
What lavender part? No. I didn't like the scrub because it's cold in here. It's freezing.
Yeah, they had a scrub and hot stones. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I didn't like that the scrub came after the oil. The oil should go after the scrub.
No, the scrub always goes at the end, because then if they're massaging you some more, the scrubs get the things get in the way if they don't get them all.
I could have did without the scrub.
I was thinking, is she gonna ask me to get up and take a shower, and she's just standing there to get all this stuff off?
Yeah, no,
it was interesting.
But there were hot stones involved, so that was nice. I didn't realize how much my legs actually hurt from all of the activity until she started massaging my legs, and I was like, oh my god, this hurts.
Yeah, she got a few knots out of my back, and it was really reasonable. It was a 90-minute massage. Their 90-minute massages, though, this is what I don't like. When it says 90-minute massage, I expect your hands to be on me for 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They did it where, we arrived and we're here for 90 minutes. So that includes all of their setup time and, let me take everything down and so
Which
forth.
really sucks because they were really slow setting up these tables. Like, that was at least 10 minutes of them just putting the tables up.
And they were a couple minutes late. I'm going to put a little comment when we check out.
One star.
1 star for
no, but
massage.
they were great. Other than being exposed,
they
were great. That was nice.
Yeah, she finally put a little towel. Well, when I flipped over.
Oh, she finally gave you a towel then?
Well, I tried to give her my scarf, and because I was actually getting kind of chilly, and I was going to lay the scarf on me, and she could just, pull the scarf away whenever she was massaging a certain area. She took the scarf and she just kept folding it and folding it and folding it until it was like this wide, and then put it. I was like, no, that wasn't the point. I was like, and then the language barrier. I just like, give me the towel.
They didn't speak.
Not a single word.
Most people here don't.
Yeah.
And not that I expect them to. Not that I expect them to speak English. I don't. I just try to let people know whenever they're asking me about a certain place. I'm kind of like, it was easy.
Just be prepared.
It was easy to get around. Everybody spoke English. Or I'm like, oh no, you're definitely gonna have to brush up on your Spanish in this particular area. So most people here don't speak much, if at all.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Would you come back?
I would come back. I think I would come back and stay at the
Bosko.
Yeah. Or maybe come back here in the summer, maybe in like the summer months.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's forever spring here.
It's forever spring
always
here,
the same weather.
But today is, we're in October now. So it's
forever spring.
Pretty cold. It's pretty cold. I'm cold right now.
Yeah, it's
cold.
The other hotel too I was looking at, so if you just want the top 3 that are in this area, I would say this is actually nice if you want kind of a glamping.
I don't think you said the name of where we are.
Oh, the Boato. It's B-O-A-T-O.
We'll have to get the correct pronunciation.
Boato, right? Bo-O.
If you're looking for a more rugged experience, this is it.
Nice. Yeah, it's a 2-bedroom. We noticed that there's a lot of people here with their families, so I think it accommodates families really well.
There's I don't know what you call these, a glass house. There's a glass house in front of us that has
been partying.
A family. They've been partying
up the whole time.
So the first night, when we checked in, it got kind of dark, so I could hear them, but I couldn't really see them. The next morning, I saw them. There's like 10 kids down there, like 4 adults down there, and their glass house is turned up every single night. And I told Sahara, I was like, I want to go down there with them.
Yeah, It looked like a good time. It really did.
And then I could hear them that they weren't speaking English, and I'm like, okay, well maybe we won't go down there.
So it's good though. It's great for families. And then the other one, of course, is Bosko that we thought was really, really cute. And then there's a new one called the Brown.
And we're back.
And the third hotel would be the Brown Hotel. We didn't get a chance to go by there. It's more of your typical hotel where, you know, it's one big building with a bunch of rooms versus this property and Bosko that are like individual little, like, you know, whether it's a glass house. At Bosko, it's more like a tree house situation. So each person has their own little tree house. The Brown is essentially just one big facade. It's like a whole bunch of like your traditional hotel, but apparently the amenities and all those things are really nice. So one of the more luxury hotels while you're out here.
But everything that's up in this area is very chill. No heels are required.
Yeah.
No makeup is required.
No.
It's, you know, you're going to be walking up and down dirt roads to get to your room.
So wear sneakers. Like even
Wear
sandals
sneakers,
are a challenge.
And not ones that you're worried about getting messed up. I would just, you know.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's fun.
It's super cute. It's super pretty.
I'm out here to relax and reset and just be makeup free. And even though we have on makeup right now.
Yeah, that's just because we're recording. But yes. And then the other thing too is, I'm curious to know, and maybe it's something we can look up and, you know, update the listeners on later on, is there's a lot of beautiful homes out here that I've seen, and they are gorgeous. So I'm curious to know the Airbnb situation. No.
Why?
How often are you coming out here? There's other places that make
so beautiful.
More sense.
Okay.
Well, why don't you buy it and I'll pay the.
I want to split it. I want to split it with you. I don't want to. I want to split these.
Oh, man, let's see somewhere else. It's a little challenging getting to this spot right here. It's beautiful though. So I'm curious to see what the Airbnbs would look like, because if you are a larger party, if it wasn't just me and you, it's something I would have visited, but I knew it was just me and you, and I was kind of scared because safety still is a thing. There's a reason why we saw all those military folks just walking the road, right?
Yeah. This was great though. It was, if you're coming straight here, it is a little rough. It's a long travel day. But my experience so far is, I feel like you only need about 2 days in all the different places,
2 nights,
right? Like,
2 nights, 3 days.
Something like that. Like you can bounce around. Like you can start, you know, somewhere else and then kind of make your way here.
Yeah, everything, even getting to Bogota, like if you come into Medellin, or maybe start in Bogota, do Medellin, and then do this, and then go home. Like you can get 3 cute little stops in. Bogota's gonna have your more luxury hotels, like the Four Seasons. They actually have a couple of those there. Some really nice, you know, places to stay, as well as restaurants and so forth, and maybe a little bit of shopping. Medellin is a little bit more chill. No designer shopping if you want designer shopping, but great food. The hotel.
What did you think about the food here overall in Guatapé?
I wasn't a fan of the food here at this hotel, to be honest. It was okay. The service was great because of the language barrier, they just start a WhatsApp communication with you. So it's great. So anytime you want room service or you want anything, I need an iron, I need this, I need that, you just WhatsApp them and they're super responsive. You know, they bring it to you pretty quickly for like what the situation is.
It's not piping hot when it gets to you because they really have to come through the terrain. Like they can't drive it here, it would flip over. You know what I mean? Yeah. They have to like walk it to your glass house. And so it's not piping hot, but these are equipped with a stove and a microwave and everything that you would need.
There's a mini bar.
Yeah. The food here has been a little on the well done side.
They like everything well done in Guatapé, like literally.
It's been on the, everything we've ate has been on the well done side. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
The food at Bosko was really good.
Oh my God, the food at Bosko was amazing. I enjoyed everything that I had there.
I had 2 mushroom dishes, literally. I had mushroom soup and mushroom tortellini, all in the same sitting.
Yeah, mushroom is a thing here.
It must be, because everything has mushrooms. Or, you know, there's some form of like a mushroom soup, a mushroom sauce.
Yeah. It was good. I had
It was
a good time.
good. It was good. I had a great time.
I'm glad we did it. I was a little nervous about coming out here. I was nervous I was nervous about this trip, period, especially towards the end, like right before we were leaving, and people were like,
hurricane.
Well, first of all, there was Hurricane Helen that was coming in, and I'm glad you bring that up, because a part of me was like, damn, like I'm sitting here thinking about, I hope this doesn't delay our trip. And then last night I'm looking online and I'm seeing, and I don't know when people are listening to this or when this will actually air, but at the time of recording, there's 130 people who passed away.
It's insane.
So when we think about things, sometimes I think we gotta put it in context and be just thankful for our blessings. I was sitting there nervous about a flight when people hear, they're losing their homes, where they work.
I think it's Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville
has been completely devastated. So
our prayers go out to them.
Yes.
We hope that they get all the support and strength that they need to get through this, because it's going to be challenging. There was still like 1 million people without power. And
that area they're saying it's up in the mountains of North Carolina.
Yeah,
it's insane.
crazy.
And it's really scary, and it just goes to show you, no matter where you live, you're not exempt from
you're not exempt.
Flood, hurricane, tornado, whatever it is.
And you really have to appreciate every moment. You really do, because you never know what tomorrow brings. And thankfully for me being in Miami, we were really nervous. Like everyone in Miami, like, bring your outdoor furniture in, do all these things. And I was making Kelly, I don't know if I made you nervous, but I was calling her in a panic, like, I'm so worried about these flights, this and that.
I got some travel alerts because we flew together, which we typically don't. We connected in Miami, and she was concerned about my flight from DCA to Miami. And I had got like one travel alert initially, and then I wasn't getting them anymore. So I'm like, oh, this is fine. And then when I arrived from my layover, it's this total sunny day.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
So I don't know which way the storm went, but it completely missed. And
it went west. In Miami, we barely got any rain. I mean, it was windy one day, but and it was windy for me because I'm literally right on the water. So my building gets hit with that wind immediately.
It's tough. We travel a lot, and it's like, I don't really think about weather-related issues until it gets to be like January, February, and we're worried about snowstorms in other places. I didn't typically think, when we booked this, I'm like, what weather? What are we talking about? Yeah, no, it's definitely hurricane season. So our prayers go out to them.
Yeah. I'm glad everything worked out on our end as well. And then, then I was just scared because everyone talked about everyone getting robbed out here.
Oh my God.
And that was the other thing that had me in a panic. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to the jungle. What if they kidnap us? Like all these things that are going through my head.
So we left all the good jewelry at home.
Yeah. Even my little bracelets, when I was in the hotel, remember those older American women that we kept seeing at breakfast? They saw me in the elevator and they were like, why do you even have these two? I had like my two Van Cleef bracelets on, and they're like, yeah, you need to take those off. They're like, we left everything at home. They're like, you really, really need to be careful out here.
Yeah. As far as the safety goes, in my opinion, in my experience, we've been to Colombia before, but it's just like, exercise your common sense and you will be fine. Don't come down here all flashy, making yourself a target. Just exercise your common sense and you will be safe. You will be fine. We are two women traveling alone. We had a great time. Share your location. Keep in touch with folks. Just common practices that will make sure you're safe. Yes. And everybody at the resort is great. They're safe. They make sure that you get into safe cars if they're setting them up. It's... Yeah. Nothing to be worried about. Yeah, I don't think there was ever a moment that I felt unsafe out here. I'll put it that way. So, But we also exercised caution. We didn't go to like the seedy little strip club on the corner. You know what I mean? So, but just use your common sense and you'll be fine. You'll have a great time. We truly enjoyed it. Your money goes a long way here, so you can have a whole lot of fun. Every Uber that I have taken, pretty much, not the long distance car services, but every Uber has been like $4, $3. My Uber didn't work for some reason out here. Every time I pulled up the app, it wasn't accepting my payments. And mind you, it's credit cards that I'm actively using and it's working. So Kelly, I've been carrying us. She's been getting us through. I've been carrying us on the Ubers, and that's another reason why you should have pesos. So, all right. Well, we hope you enjoyed what we shared about Guatapé. It's great. Come out and visit.
such a good time. It's forever spring here, so there's no bad time to come, and you will really enjoy it. I know we did.
I had the best time. Yeah. So relaxing. Yeah.
Where are you going next, Kelly?
I think we're finally gonna make Mexico. No, I think we're gonna go to London.
We're gonna go to London.
We're gonna go to London.
I might.
We're gonna go to London.
But here's the thing. So she's the London girl. I'm the Paris girl. I think I'm actually gonna stop in Paris before I get to London.
Have at it.
Because,
I'll meet you in London.
Yeah, because it's Art Basel in Paris, and I do want to check it out. Is this gonna air after that? Maybe. So if it airs after that,
catch her in Paris for Art Basel.
I may or may not go. I might do it solo.
Do whatever makes you happy.
I might do it solo.
Leave me out of it.
I might do it solo. I might just stop there for a night or two and then do that solo because you know how I feel about Art Basel.
I really enjoyed London, and our time there wasn't that long, so I'm excited to go back and try to hit the places that we wanted to that we didn't have time for. So I'm excited about that.
All right, check us out, folks. All right, until then,
bye.
Stay fly out.
Carry on.